Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are apparently in an independence war. I've completely forgotten everything about this war, even though I just played it yesterday. So, this is going to be interesting, for sure. We're negative in cash right now. That's never a good sign. We should probably ransom off a few prisoners here. And we don't want to ransom off vassals, but non-vassal prisoners? Absolutely. So that'll be fine. We're only slightly losing money right now, and that is good. We'll find out where our troops are here in a moment. That's always exciting when I'm just like, I remember nothing about this war, and I don't know why. We'll find out what's going on with that. So we'll get all of these guys ransomed to get ourselves a little bit back up in cash. And where are our armies? Over here. Okay. Oh, yeah, I vaguely remember this now. This guy is the actual leader, but we decided to siege here anyway. Yeah. Should be okay. In theory. So we got ourselves some cash there. And that's great. We did also finish up this siege, so we're going to have these guys walk on over and continue an additional siege. That's like 5% war score. That's not great, but we control a war target, so we have ticking war score on our side at this point. These guys are kind of running away, and I don't like that. Can we get a guy with force march? That's reckless. I can never remember what the icon is for the better marching speed. Which one is it? That's raiding, right? Fording, actually. That's fording. Okay. I'm sure we've got one in here somewhere. I don't actually care about his combat stats. I just want him to make our army faster. That's it. Maybe we don't. Rough terrain expert, supply duration. I didn't see it there. So maybe it's not currently available. Yes, we'll lose some stress here. This is, of course, a succession war, and we're completely okay with this. Okay, so we've got this going on over here, and there's 3 months left on that siege. Now, these guys are just kind of running away, and I want to cut them off over here. I don't want them to link up with these guys. Actually, it would be fine if they linked up with them. We still would have the numbers to handle them, so that's okay. We'll just continue making our way over. If they're actually going to walk into us, then that's amazing, but I don't think we're actually going to catch them there. I suspect they're actually coming down this way. We did just discover Divine Right, and that, of course, is this here. Heraldry is now being exposed, and that is not great. I mean, the short rain duration here is okay, but the heraldry being exposed, we're not super keen on. Guilds are going to be done in 4 years, and we still need banking out of here. I was hoping that it was banking that would be exposed next, or something in the late medieval era. Any of that would be good, but alas, that's not the case. I'm guessing they're coming down here to try to take back some of this territory. And we're just going to continue to try to cut them off from this. We'll see what they've got over here. Yeah, they're continuing to head south. Kind of as expected. Yeah, they're heading over here. A peasant revolt? That's really rude. A peasant revolt spawning right on top of us as we finish the siege? Okay. We do have another faction brewing. That's unsurprising. That is populists, and there's not too much that we can do about that. In all honesty. We're probably just going to let that fire. Populists aren't a big deal. We could maybe do something with this guy, but we could demand his conversion, actually. If he converts, then he would leave that faction. So these guys are currently heading over to our siege force. And we don't like that at all. So he would get a weak hook. I accept, but I'm not happy about it. Okay, so they're heading over here. These guys obviously need to go somewhere else. And we're going to have them around the river here. And just peace on out of here. We need to continue. Ah, but look at this. We're actually going to catch them here, it looks like. That's great. That's really, really good. We're very happy about that. And we are making gold at this point. That's good. Is there anyone in here that we can continue to ransom? Absolutely there is. So we shall. 50 gold here. And... okay. That should be enough for the moment. Cool. 0.1 gold right now. And negative 0.4. We're not gaining troops anywhere, are we? I don't think so. Okay, so we conceded our imprisonment reason. That's actually super good that he used his hook that way. I'm okay with that. He forced us to give him a pardon, and sure, I'm happy with it. These guys are heading over. We stack wiped this force, which is a huge deal. And we're going to head on over this direction and see if we can do the same with these guys. We're at 34% war score. They're actually turning around. No, they're not. Cool. So they want to stop our ticking war score is their goal here. No, don't come this way. I just want to get rid of these. There we go. They're trying to stop our ticking war score, and we're unfortunately going to have to get rid of our mercs, but that's okay. Our mercs aren't the biggest of deals. I don't want to fight this force if I can at all help it, so instead we're going to come down over here. I want to take a look. No, we're not. That is not part of the war. So instead we're going to come over this direction. Cool. I want to chase these guys down, if at all possible. They really want to come over here and siege this back. There is another force over here as well. They have more troops than we do overall, but they're super spread out, and they can't really make that work. So we're going to head up over... This isn't really a great direction for us to go. We're actually going to turn around here. Now, we need to resupply. And this is actually a fine place to do it. So we're going to resupply right here. We'll split these. And then these guys are going to make their way on over. They're going to need to be split as well. Cool. Once they arrive... Oh, there's a new lifestyle perk. That's a big deal, actually. We're going to take Air Guild here. Probably should have gone for it as my domain. But the Air Guild should pop us up over our negative here. So that'll be great. And then 12k. Okay, that's not amazing, the supplies in this area, but it'll do. I just want to check. Yes, this will be fine. So we'll do that. And then these guys will go like over here, I guess. And then these will need to be split as well. And they'll come like down here. Okay, now some of these troops are going to go away in a moment. I'm going to let these guys just kind of run around. We're at 47% war score here. We're now resupplying. And our siege has finished. So we're going to walk over here for the moment. Okay, then we're going to have to head north. That's fine. That's for the best, in fact. We would prefer to head north, and these guys need to be a bit more spread out. We want this force to go here. There we go. So now we're resupplying. And we're just watching these guys move for the time being. They're coming south. Okay. In that case, we're going to come in like this. Beautiful. Let's go. No, don't do that. Just come on in here. There we go. Now they're going to walk in here. They may or may not catch us. Actually, I think they will. Is there a battle icon over here? No, there doesn't appear to be. Let's try to have these guys just come in up here, actually. Let's pile in. Our reinforcements will arrive in time. Excellent. Here comes the reinforcements. And they don't have a chance here. Now, we weren't all grouped together, so we're not going to stack wipe them. But we're also not going to lose this fight. And that's what's important. How much more can we get from battles? A lot, actually. We can get a lot more war score from battles. So that's great. We're going to group these guys all together now. And they have resupplied a decent amount. We lost our mercs. That's not surprising. And we're going to make our way down over this way. Cut off this army. These guys are going to finish their siege, and then they're going to head north. There we go. We're at 74% war score right now. No, don't come south. I'm just trying to click this. There we go. Excellent. I'd love to pursue these guys. I'm not sure how realistic catching them is over here. I'm guessing it's not tremendously realistic. Yeah. It is not. We're going to head up to the north over this way and try to give cover to our siege force. There's a few units moving around over here, but that's fine. We're at 75% war score, and we want to go to 100%. We want to imprison all of our vassals that are rebelling right now. That is absolutely our goal here. They're grouping up over this way. We're going to continue to head up north. This seems completely and totally fine. I'll allow it. Yeah, this is okay. We're at 78% war score right now. We're going to get a little bit from this battle, but it's really not going to be much. Like, we should not expect much war score from that. Our siege only has 10 days left, and looking at the territory over here that needs to be captured, we need to head over here next. Which is slightly awkward, to be sure. And there is also still a populist faction against us. That's going to be 8 months before they fire, and that's okay. I actually think that this war might be done by then. So we're going to have these guys walk over to the Barony of Katak. Fantastic. Okay. Now then, we're heading up this way. We are low on supplies, very low on supplies. We're going to try to catch them. We're at 87% war score right now. We would actually apparently lose this battle. I'm not necessarily sure that I agree that we'll lose this battle. However, we can do something about it. And what we can do about it is ransom off some of these guys. I want to make sure, yeah, none of our war scores from prisoners. So we'll ransom off some of these guys, and what that's going to do, we'll demand payment from this guy as well. What that's going to end up doing is getting us closer to being out of debt. So you wouldn't do it. Okay. 10 gold, not amazing. Already considering. Yup, that's fine. Yeah, there's a lot of those that are already considering. Okay, so that'll pull us a bunch out of debt, which will improve our performance. Excellent. And I'm expecting that we still win this. And yeah, we absolutely do. The indicator was wrong, as expected. Perfect. So we win this battle, and we win this siege, and we win the war. Actually, maybe not. They did just finish up a bunch of sieges, which is unfortunate for us. Okay. So there we go. We do have a new stewardship perk available. We're going to take It Is My Domain, and that allows us to extort our subjects, which we will instantly do. We're currently up to, and actually I want to check. Yes, continue moving to Gaia. That'll be perfect. We're at 76% right now, and we're going to take 750 gold, putting us out of debt. That is beautiful. And, oh, I thought that we were moving to Gaia, but no, that was our enemy that was moving to Gaia. That's okay. The siege will be done in just 19 days. We're back up to 76% war score here, but they did finish up a bunch of sieges, which is sad. Very sad for us. 26k is the supply limit up here. Actually, supply limits are really strong up here. We can simply divide this army in half and have them resupply like that. So that is great. We're up to 89% war score, and we're going to head over and siege. Yeah, we'll stop being rivals. We've been betrayed! Oh no. Anyway. Okay, so this is going to be 4 months. I do still think that the war will be over in 4 months. So that'll be fine. This siege will be done when? Oh, this is going super fast. It's already over. Beautiful. And so we enforce our demands and imprison all of those people who rebelled against us. We disband our armies, and now we're in a position to be able to fight these populists immediately. They're going to pop in 3 months, and we'll just chill until then. That'll be fine. No real problem. and we'll deal with them, no big deal. We are going to need to deal with our vassal limit in this life. That's something that I would very much like to do. I would also very much like to get some upgrades going over here in our personal realm. But for right now, ooh, yes, put a Khan in jail. I love it. Just keep putting Khans in jail. That's the place for Khans. All of our Khans need to be in jail. Well, maybe not this guy. This guy's okay. But everyone else. Are you a vassal? No, you're not. We accept. Cool. So that's some gold coming in, and we're just waiting at this point. Hang on, is that faction no longer going to fire? Too weak to send an ultimatum. Oftentimes, populists just go despite their strength, but I guess not in this case. Okay, cool. So we're not going to have to face them, and that is actually good for our finances, so we'll happily take that. I just want to go through all of our locations over here looking for locations to upgrade. This is actually the only one in this county that requires upgrades. In this county, it's actually fully maxed out. Okay, in our capital county, I believe we're fully maxed out for a tech level. Nope, we're lacking a hunting grounds over here. Cool. Okay, so in our economic duchy, we are currently lacking in a little bit over here in this shrine. So we could definitely work on that. This castle's maxing out right now. Okay, so these shrines in general could use a little bit of love here. So that's okay. I want to check in on our Realm Priest situation. Okay, they are fully endorsing us. Excellent. They're not fully endorsing us with levies, but they're fully endorsing us with taxes, so that's good. Okay, so we do need to continue to buy into some territory over here. I also want to consider going after some land at some point, but we do have some territories that we need to hand out. Now, this guy, we're going to go ahead and grant this vassal to him. There we go. Are there any that we can transfer? Yes, so we'll do that. Perfect. And that puts us 13 direct vassals above our limit. So we've got some kings who just rebelled that we would actually love to combine their kingdoms together. Actually, these two would be a pretty decent option to combine. So we're going to revoke this guy's title. Never mind, it's contested in a war. We're going to revoke this guy's title. There we go. He is a known criminal. And we could actually give that to, like, Estonia here, who is super weak. So we'll go ahead and do... Actually, we're going to give it to Novgorod. Okay, so that would be recent titles only. White Rus and all this stuff. There you go. Excellent. So that brings us down to 14 direct vassals. Of course, we need to grant a couple off to their rightful liege. There we go. Beautiful. We can usurp the Emirate of Castile, and so we shall. And that de jure belongs to this gentleman. So we'll go ahead and do that. He would not become our vassal. He would just become a vassal under this king. And that's completely fine. There's a county up over here as well as a duchy down over here. These we just definitely want to grant into Andalusia. That'll be fine. That was grant title, not grant vassal. There we go. Perfect. So that is fantastic. And the question then becomes, what else is available? Here's a county down here. Who holds this? This Khan. Okay, sounds good. We'll grant this vassal. Okay, we're now 9 direct vassals above our limit. And what do we want to do next as far as vassal grantings? Well, actually, there's a county over here. And are you... independent? No, that's our vassal. So we have a couple of vassals over here that we need to get rid of. And I think, Milcenia is the correct one to put it into. So we'll go ahead and do just that. Excellent. Yeah, we can't grant that one, but that's okay. There we go. We'll grant those off, and that puts us 7 direct vassals above our limit. So what next? Well, next, I actually think Norway should be combined with Sapmi. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll revoke the title of the Khanate of Norway. Excellent. And that, of course, will go over to this kid here. So he will be granted the title Khanate of Norway and the County of Marar. Excellent. And the Duchy of Lapland should go too. So there's 4 vassals that we can grant out here. And so we shall. Cool. So that puts us at 9 direct vassals above. I feel like that didn't actually help. There are 3 counties down over here at this point that need to be handed out. And this kingdom looks like the correct one to move them into. So we'll just go ahead and do exactly that. We'll just grant these. There we go. Okay. So now we're 6 direct vassals above. That's good, but we need to continue to improve this. Estonia should honestly be combined with, like, this guy. So we're going to go ahead and revoke... Actually, we don't have a title revocation reason on her. Never mind, we can't do that. This guy, we do have a title revocation reason on. So we'll do so. And this guy gets it. And everything underneath it. There we go. Beautiful. Any other vassals that we can transfer? No? Okay. So we are now 5 direct vassals above our limit. We do need title revocation reasons to make these things happen. I think Bohemia and Lower Silesia should probably be combined together. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll revoke this title. Cool. And that will, of course, go into Bohemia. No, I don't want to grant vassal right now. I want to grant titles. There we go. And then the title should be de jure transferred. Yes. There we go. Excellent. So that puts us at 4 direct vassals above. Milcenia and Bohemia could maybe even be combined. But I kind of want to combine Bohemia and Great Moravia. So I'm actually going to revoke this guy's titles again. Bohemia? Yeah, we can't revoke Lower Silesia. That's right. There's a cooldown on that. My bad. Oh, well. Lotharingia and Frisia could easily be combined together. And yeah, that'll go just fine. We'll revoke the Khanate of Frisia. Excellent. And then that will, of course, go to Lotharingia. Perfect. Okay, we're 3 direct vassals above. Cool. So this is getting much, much better at this point, and that is great. I want to double check our frontiers, make sure we don't have counts under us. I want to check over here as well, make sure that this is all correct. Yeah, that looks about right. Cool. So there's some territory over here that I would like to combine together, like Gondwana here and the Katagid Khanate. These can easily be combined together. So we'll revoke this title here. Excellent. And that will then go to this gentleman. There we go. And no vassals to transfer. So we just need 2 more. The Dogshin Khanate and the Yagrajid Khanate here. Both of these could easily be combined together. And this guy rebelled, so we will revoke his title. Beautiful. We just gained a level of stress. Okay. That's fine. We're going to grant this over to this gentleman. And he's going to gain a ton of opinion of us from that, of course. And yeah, our stress level is just over 1. That's fine. We're just honestly going to call a hunt. That drops our stress level. Fantastic. So we're 8 direct vassals above. We need to grant 6 vassals out to rightful lieges. And so we shall. There we go. 2 direct vassals above. Cool. So, we have a couple more combinations to do. This one is an obvious one to revoke. I like it. He's a known criminal. We're gaining stress every time we're doing this, by the way, because we're forgiving. So that's a thing. But we're going to combine that in with this lady. There you go. You get all that. Congrats. And we can transfer this duke as well. Still 2 direct vassals above. Oof. Ah, that's because there's a count over here. Okay, so we're going to transfer that guy in like so. One direct vassal above now. And the question is, where is our wayward count at? He's around somewhere, I'm sure. But I don't know exactly where it might be. It could be like anywhere, in all honesty. We're just going to combine together another kingdom over here. This will be fine. So I would like to break up like some of this over here. This guy rebelled. So that is actually, no, we don't have a title revocation reason. This guy could be combined with this kingdom though. Nope, never mind. He didn't rebel. Okay. This guy we already combined, I'm pretty sure. These two we could combine together if they had rebelled. Ah, this guy did. So we're going to revoke his titles here. Like so. Cool. And then that goes into, say, here. Wait, is this the guy I just revoked this from? Hang on. Maybe. It might be. I'm going to grant it to this guy. Okay, that'll do. Perfect. We're still one direct vassal above, and we have a vassal somewhere that we shouldn't have. I just have no idea where in our massive empire it might be. So there is that, for sure. Ah, here it is. Okay, so we'll just grant that over to... No, I wanted to grant vassal over to this guy. Perfect. Okay, now we're not going to stay at the vassal limit. That's not a thing that's going to happen. Our vassals will continue to expand, but we need to start thinking about fighting the Byzantine Empire, and we need to continue to clean up this mess over here. Those are things that need to happen. However, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to work on some of this. Should be great. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.